Rule number 2, get the big picture. How wide and deep? When I'm talking about get the big picture, I'm talking about my driving scene. And I always want to know how wide and deep my driving scene is. In a residential area, my driving scene's width will be from house line to house line, and the depth will be a block ahead. In the city, my driving scene width will be from building line to building line, and 1 block ahead will be the depth. On the highway, in rural areas, or on the interstate, my width is going to be from guardrail to guardrail, fence line to fence line, ditch line to ditch line, and essentially a half mile ahead depending on my speed. Basically 8 to 12 seconds of idle time ahead. So right now, my driving scene is from this building on my left to the building on my right, all the way up 1 block ahead, where essentially my idle time, which is going to be the top of this hill. What's in it? Objects and ground. So I always want to know what's in my driving scene, which are objects and ground. An object is something that has the potential to move into my driving scene. Things like pedestrians, vehicles, or animals. This traffic light, this stale green light ahead, this is also considered an object because it will change and it's in my driving scene. Another example of an object is the car to my right, or the pedestrian that we passed as we were approaching the light. A ground is a stationary item. It can also communicate or feed me any information such as traffic signs or signals. So anything that does not move is considered a ground, like a curb, a tree, a building, a sign, but also, like I said, the traffic signals, the poles that hold them up, the signs, speed limit signs, the no U-turn sign ahead of me. These are all considered ground items. Keeps you away from billboards. So a billboard is something that you can't see over, under, or around, or through. For example, a building can be a billboard, a sign, a tree line, a hill. Up to the top you see, up in front of us you see that hill, the crest of the hill. We can't see vehicles that are coming from the other side of it, and I can't fully see the traffic light that's going to come when I get to the top of the hill. That would be considered a billboard. The package car that we drive in is also a billboard. It obstructs the vision of the people in vehicles behind us. Approaching this intersection, I have this building that is considered a billboard. I cannot see through, around, or over it, so I can't tell if there is going to be a vehicle that comes through this intersection. Smooth stops and turns. So I always have smooth stops because I will have a decision point between the front crosswalk and the crosswalk. Also, I can use the squeeze brake technique, which is basically it's a steady, firm pressure at the first start of braking, and then a release of that pressure, and then reapplying it at the end of the stopping sequence. And this is going to bring me to a smooth stop without rebounding. So if I have a decision point here, then that gives me time for me to be able to apply the brake firmly at first, then release, and then apply firmly again for a smooth stop. I always have smooth turns because I always set up, execute, and follow up on my turns. I get in the proper lane, I want to get in the proper gear, I will be close to the curb, and I'm going to put my turn signal on and then execute the turn by shuffle steering and turning lane to lane within 3 feet of the curb. And last, I will follow up in my mirror to clear the turn. So just as I made my turn earlier when I turned onto state, my right turn, that is what I mean by getting into the proper lane, having my turn signal on, and following through on my turn with shuffle steering. Buys time. Everything that we do in space and visibility is going to buy us time. Things such as use of the horn, having a proper space cushion, so that car length of space between the front bumper of our vehicle and the rear bumper of the vehicle in front of me, stopping behind the stop line as I'm about to do here at this traffic light, Also using turn signals, our brake lights, tapping on them, and having the proper following distance of 4 to 6 seconds following time for speeds up to 30 miles per hour and 6 to 8 seconds for speeds under or above 30 miles per hour. And the key phrase you want to remember with Get the Big Picture is to stay back and see it all.